Chase Anderson answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. And that brings up Joaquin Dias. His lifetime batting line against Chase Anderson. He comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. He also has 1 home run. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Back goes Garcia, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in a game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Anderson, once a Toronto Blue Jay, he was acquired via trade last year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Comes set with the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. Stepping in once again is Bryce Harper. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, and going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
Here comes the 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. He's ready. Now the pitch. Baez stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And it's gone. A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper. His second of the game as it is now 7-3.
When you play with the big part of the field, it doesn't surprise me that you lead the league in home runs. That was an absolute bullet to dead center. What an impressive swing.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. Fly ball out toward left center field. Taylor is there to take it, and that's the second out of the inning. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher. Not what he had in mind before the day started.
Well, this one's really easy to dissect. Too many pitches left over the heart of the plate. 3 bombs allowed in this one. He's going to have to do a better job of throwing quality pitches down the road.
Next to dig in, Eloy Jimenez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. And this will be fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
3-2 pitch. And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Next, it'll be Bryson Stott. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. From the stretch, a swing and a ground ball to third. And the throw to Wong, and the inning is over. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
First pitch of the AB now. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. Hit on the ground to short. Right to him. And a good throw gets him one gone. So here is Avisail Garcia. Wheeler's ready. First pitch on the way.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
One out, nobody on. Now a ball rolls softly to second. He's right there. Throw on to first, two gone. Base is empty, two away, and that brings up the left-handed hitter Travis Shaw. First delivery to him. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the two-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if two-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Tyrone Taylor is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land untouched. Shaw is off of first with two away. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Brewers strand one. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. So stepping in is Darryl Cooley. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. The 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Zach Wheeler. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's set. Here it comes. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. To second for 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Robby Kimble. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Popped up. Mountcastle over to his left. 2 gone.
The third baseman.
And now in the box, Javier Baez. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a 3rd time.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Hit hard on the ground to second. Wong has it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Phillies are out in front, 7-3. So now here is Omar Narvaez. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the 1st inning.
Boy, they sure have that. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
And that misses for ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Three and 0 now.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
In now, Chase Anderson. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he is in there.
Well, he took a risk with the decision to throw to second instead of taking the sure out at first. Not sure if someone was yelling for him to go to second, but we know now it was the wrong call.
Standing in now, Bob Montes, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. The 1-0. And he doesn't get much on the swing here as this is pulled down the first base line. Step on the bag for 1.
Here's one that you don't see too often, right? Safe at second base, but out at first. Great hustle there from the runner going into second. Really showed off his speed.
Colton Wong will stand in as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Changeup stays outside, and he's behind 2-0.
He's been really effective in this one so far. But it's interesting here that with a couple of guys on base, he seems to be not trusting his stuff quite as much. Kind of messing around the strike zone a little bit.
Waiting next, there's Christian Yelich. The 3-0 pitch. That one's in there. 3-1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
The left fielder, number 22.
And here's Christian Yelich now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1.
Don't make your manager be the bad guy in this situation. I know you struggled a little bit right here, but you got to find a way to get through this 5th inning and qualify for that win.
Here's Wheeler on 1-1. Grounded back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw to the plate. And he is safe as he beats the play at the plate, and it's now a 7-5 ball game. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Dias has it over to first, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Phillies on top 7-5. Now to the plate, here is Francisco Lindor, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Lifted into the air out toward center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. As we discussed earlier in the broadcast, he's turned in impressive performances at the plate all year. And with a couple of long balls on the scorecard today, this one's been no different.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy knocks a donut off his bat, he's going deep. What an unbelievable season. Ride the wave as long as you can.
A pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2. Is laid off for ball 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting 1 in the seats.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Garcia looks up. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His third home run of the ball game as they open up an 8-5 lead.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in one outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget.
Edward Cabrera is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. Into the box, Rhys Hoskins. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Bullet back up the middle. Taylor is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
At the plate, Eloy Jimenez. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. The 0-1 delivery. Hit sharply on the ground. Taken in by Wong. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired.
Been a long time coming. Haters gonna be part-time loving. Haters been a long time running. It don't matter, they ain't catching up at all, I promise. It's been a long time coming.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring up Avisail Garcia.
The right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. And this one's on the inside corner. 1-1. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Hot shot to third. And there's 1 away. So with 1 gone, time for our look at the current standings. As you can see, these guys really have a comfortable lead in the division race to this point in the season. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch on the way. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Reined in. And there's out number 2. Digging in now for the Brewers, Tyrone Taylor. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And now the first pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Lifted down the line in left. On the run is Jimenez, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Still looking up at an 8-5 deficit.